I was working with one of my clients today, and during the session, just some qualities about her that stood out that I wanted to share because I found that there are things that are beneficial in us being able to obtain fitness results. And, the first thing was her being open. And, our minds are so trained in the way that they are trained and not aware of the things that we are already trained to do. Like there are things that we do that we never intentionally set out to do. And so being open is one of these things that's really important because we're being open to something that could potentially be scary to us, and really that's something that gets in the way with many of us, including myself. We can feel an emotion and not even understand the reasoning behind it. And so being open is one of those qualities that's so important, because in order to do something new, we have to not resist what that thing is. Another thing that I found that was one of the characteristics or traits or habits that this one particular client has is in the area of gratitude. And so gratitude actually helps us to have hope to move forward. It helps us to have the right perspective, because when you're grateful for the things that are there, it shows that you can see what's actually going on, and you're acknowledging that. It helps for you to be hopeful for something in the future. I'm grateful for this. It opens up we're able to see throughout our life all of these other things, because we start off being grateful for one thing. It helps our vision. And if we're going to move forward, we have to be able to see where we're going. Just like driving a vehicle, like you're not going to move forward, or you're going to crash if you're not able to see what's in front of you. And when you have gratitude, and this is something that, the Bible reminds us, to do. And it really helps us, because we can't move forward without hope. We can't move forward without the right perspective. And so gratitude is one of these things I realized about, my client. I could just get finished showing her something that she doesn't know how to do. And it could be a challenging thing. And she'll come back and be like, you know what? I'm so grateful for this, that, and the other. She makes a decision to put her focus on the things that are happening. This is the same person that comes back with the, praise reports. Hey, Janelle, I was able to do this, or I was able to do that. And this is another component. It's important. That's why I wanted to bring it out, is we need to be grateful in order to be able to have hope. And hope gives us strength to be able to move forward and to walk through where we're at into the places that we want to be. Another thing is seeing the benefit. And I mentioned this before, like she'll come back and say, oh, Janelle, I'm just so grateful for you because, now I can do this, or now I can do that. And I realized that during the session, she will say things to herself to help her get through. Okay, shoulders back. Okay, I can do this. Okay, you like this. Okay, this is my favorite. Okay, I'm enjoying it. And these things, before you know it, I'm looking at her and she's flowing in push-ups and all these other things. And mind you, this is not a 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old. This is somebody that's above that, well past that. And so to feel that way is something that's so significant, because once again, like I said, like we need hope to move forward. And if you're able to see and acknowledge the benefits, then how much better are you? How much more of a chance you're going to have to continue in the things that you're doing in order to obtain the health you want and to maintain the health that you want. The last thing that I noticed about this client is, last characteristic is trust. And this is huge because, one of the things that I think about as, a fitness trainer, I hope that someone would listen. I hope that someone would be able to see the benefit. Up until that point, they just have to trust me, and until they feel the benefit and experience the benefit, it has to be trust. And this person is not only expressed through their actions, the trust that they have in the recommendations that I give them, but they also express and show that they trust God. Because ultimately, you don't know me in the beginning. When I first start working with an individual, you don't know what they're going to do. You're just stepping out on faith. You're saying, okay, I'm going to trust that this is the direction that God's taken me and moving me to go in. And so those were the areas that really stood out today that I wanted to share with you all, because it was just something how, as we were having the conversation, all of these 4 points just really were highlighted in what the person was saying and what they were doing during the session. So the first one is being open to something new. Being opening your mind to the thought or the idea that this could be good for you, that there will be a benefit. Being open to doing things differently, after we've been doing them for so long, especially for someone that's been living, 40 plus years. You have habits, and to be open to that, I think that is really something to acknowledge. The second one is gratitude, being grateful. It opens your eyes to all of the good that's taken place. When you acknowledge the things that you are grateful for, then you start to become more aware of other things that you might not have seen before. And this leads into the third thing, is being able to see the benefits. Is being able to see the benefits in the things that you're doing. Like I said, I've worked with individuals that have had, evidence, mounds of evidence that their health was improving, and they just couldn't see it. They couldn't see the benefits that were taking place due to this negative mindset, not being open, not being grateful. All of that goes along with that perspective. And lastly, trust in the professional that you're working with, or the person that you're seeking help from. Trust ultimately, and most importantly, that God is going to help you through. Like, God is really the only one that we can trust completely. And so you all, just wanted to share those 4 things with you today. I hope that was helpful, and I'll talk to you all soon.